welcome back to Host. I'm Karli. I will be going over your ghost story tonight. Please, after you watch this, hit down below and let us know if you think this is fact or fiction. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe. This story tonight is called A Haunting with a Smile. John was busy at the front desk of the Emily Morgan Hotel in San Antonio, Texas, when an attractive young woman in a red dress entered the lobby. She was pretty with blonde hair, he said. The woman smiled at him as she crossed the lobby and passed behind a column. He watched, expecting her to emerge from the other side, but a long moment passed and there was no sign of her. I jumped over the counter because I couldn't believe what I'd seen, he said. He looked behind the column, but she had vanished. Night auditor at the hotel, a stone throws away from the Alamo. John has been there for 10 years to experience a ghost at this historic structure, which was medical arts building for 5 decades, built in 1928. The tower in building's upper floor was used as a hotel, while the lower one served as doctor and dentist offices. Guests who stay on the 14th floor sometimes call the front desk in the middle of the night to complain about sounds of noisy carts rattling by their doors. The floor is carpeted, John said, pointing out that the sounds they hear may actually be echoing for a time long past, when nurses push gurneys and carts of the medicine on the linoleum floors. I have only a few experiences, said John, who once saw the shadowy figure of a man in a blue uniform in the hotel's restaurant kitchen. The hair on my back and my neck stood straight up, he said. At the time, he was middle of the night, and just he and a female security guard were at work were in the hotel. When John shared his encounter with her, she nodded knowingly, for she too had once seen the ghost of a man in a blue uniform in the kitchen. The apparition had smiled at him and then turned away. She followed him, not suspecting he was an eternal being, until he melted into the air. Sometimes the clinking of pots and pans is heard in the empty kitchen, and phone calls to the front desk or night from unoccupied offices. John finds this chilling, but not as strange as the encounter that has him still shaking his head. It was 4 in the morning, he said, explaining he was busy with paperwork, when he looked up to see an older man in full Catholic priest attire. Hi, can I help you? Asked John. Is this hotel haunted? Asked the priest. Sensitive but not alarming guest, John cautiously asked, Why do you ask? I was woken up by someone at my door, said the man. I looked out the peephole and didn't see anyone. So I opened the door and looked into the hallway, and I saw an old woman floating in the hall. Maybe she appeared to you because she knows you are strong-hearted, said John, expressing his beliefs that ghosts never appear to people with weak hearts. Maybe she had a message for you. The elderly priest smiled and walked away. As he got on an elevator, John went back to his paperwork, but an instant later he looked up and noticed something odd. The elevator wasn't moving, he said. The priest did not emerge, and the elevator remained at the lobby level. John later asked his co-workers if they knew a priest staying at the hotel, but they had not seen the man, nor did a priest check out the following day. Perhaps he had simply changed his street clothes, but John still finds the encounter puzzling. I thought about it a lot, he said. Why did he get dressed in his full priest attire at 4 in the morning? And why didn't the elevator move? Was the mystery priest a ghost? It is interesting to note that most of the encounters John described ended with ghosts smiling. As always, blessed be, stay spooky, and don't forget to always be kind.